Hi, everyone. Field management is a key part of an admin's role, helping keep data organized, accessible, and aligned with specific workflows so teams can easily find, use, and analyze information. So let's explore how to create, maintain, and organize your fields in Planhat. Built and managed in data and organized by model on the left, fields have a wide range of types and can be used to capture or display information, build filters, drive automations, influence workflows, or populate dashboards. It's important to note that health scores, success units, and conversation types are configured under fields, so check out our Help Center for more information on these topics. To create a new field, select the data model, and then click New Field. First, add a name. Note, fields can share names across data models. Let's create a field to track the number of seats purchased. Next, choose the type of field. The types are pretty intuitive, but let's define a few. Rating is a 0 to 5 scale, just like the CSM score. It's perfect for an end user relationship score or conversation rating. Day captures a date, but ignores the impact of time zones. Date captures a specific date, and the date shown will be based on the user's local time zone. Date time captures a specific date and time. Team member is a field to show one or several people from your team. An end user shows one or several end users. For example, your main point or points of contact at a customer. Let's select a number field. Adding a field description is helpful to guide your team. The description text will show in a tooltip wherever the field is displayed. Formula fields allow you to calculate values based on your data or display data from other models at the company level. For example, a field showing the number of open opportunities displayed on the company or the date of the last QBR held with a customer. You can read about their power in our Help Center. Select whether this field should be locked, making it read-only and uneditable, or hidden, meaning it won't appear in searches or be displayed. You can also configure a default value for this field, which can be incredibly useful. For example, an objective status might automatically default to in progress upon creation, or the default value for time tracking could be set to 1 hour. You can color code fields to provide visual clues of good or bad behavior. For example, if last seen was over 15 days ago, the field might show in red, while usage exceeding a set threshold could appear in green. This is especially helpful for identifying white space and potential expansion opportunities. Finally, conditions can be added to determine when a field should be shown. For example, only show a field if the customer is in the onboarding phase, or only show a field if another field already has a specific value. By combining conditions across a few different fields, you can build out bespoke data collection flows. More on this in a moment. Once the field is built, you can define mandatory and locked fields using rules. Now that you understand how to create fields, let's explore how to display them in Planhat. A profile is how you look at data for a specific model, so what's really powerful is its interplay between fields and profiles. You can create multiple profiles for each model. For example, separate company profiles for each of your customer segments, different end user profiles based on the user type, or multiple opportunity profiles based on the product or sales stage. Profiles can be conditional based on any data on the model or the team member viewing the data, meaning what a CSM sees can be different to a salesperson. Within each profile, under field groups, you can choose which fields will display in that specific profile by organizing them into sections. Just search through your fields and drag and drop to reorganize the fields or groups. Field groups are extremely powerful as they let you organize the way your team will view data. Using conditional fields in field groups is a powerful way to present data in a clean and meaningful way. Looking at the default project profile, you can see a long list of groups where the fields have a condition set. Field groups only appear when a field within them shows. So in this case, you have field groups that will display when the conditions of the field within them are met. To see this in action, let's create a new project in the Data Explorer, and you'll see those conditional groups and fields appear based on the information entered. So we're combining the ability to use conditional fields to capture information with the field groups to build customized flows. Back in data, when adding a new group, featured will always display. Standard means you have to click to show that group, while full width is really handy when looking at rich text fields in an object preview, as it takes up the full width of the space available. Every profile comes with a preview, a concise view of the model and its associated data, while some models, such as company and end user, offer an additional, comprehensive full page profile, providing an expanded and detailed view of the related data. The organization of fields and data on each is entirely customizable. Within a company profile, for example, you can see the featured and standard groups on the left. Then, if we look at an objective preview, you can see the featured fields at the top. Below, you have a featured full width description, while the standard fields are hidden below. In Planhat, part of the process is deciding how best to organize and display your information. Some data might be conditional, some will be color coded, some might be featured, and some might not. These options give you powerful tools to structure and display data in ways that tell a clear and impactful story. When it comes to field management, here are some data hygiene recommendations to keep in mind. Be critical about the value each field brings to your team. Don't just mirror every field in your CRM. Organize each model profile in a logical way, displaying only important fields and featured groups. Use field conditions to your advantage to only show certain fields or groups when they're needed. Decide when a field should be locked and uneditable, when coming from your CRM, for example. And decide who has permission to create fields. To sum it up, Planhat's powerful field management capabilities make it easy to organize, display, and interact with data in a way that's perfectly tailored to your team's needs through customized views and dynamic field configurations.